see my mom as often as I wanted to. She, like many single moms, was in and out of our house in flashes, sometimes working multiple jobs for 50 or 60 hours a week to make sure that my 3 older sisters and I had everything that we needed. My mom has worked harder in her life than anyone I know, and she gave me an incredible work ethic that I've carried with me to this day. But let me be clear, I wish that my mom hadn't had to push herself so hard just to get us by. Following in my older sister Allie's footsteps, I decided I'd go to college to make sure that I could earn a comfortable living and help my family in the future. I definitely couldn't afford to go to college without some help. So I applied for scholarships and grants, and each year I filled out the FAFSA. Every semester I experienced a conflicted feeling of both relief and dread when my financial aid was dispersed. Relief because my tuition was paid and I could continue to work for my degree. Dread because it was inevitable that I would have to pay those loans off and I was going to need an exceptionally well-paying job if I wanted to pay them off in less than a decade after I graduated and live comfortably along the way. So here I am. I'm a college grad facing a decade of student loan repayment. I've got a little over $27,000 in student loan debt left, close to the average class of 2016 college grads' student loan debt of $37,000. What further exasperates this issue is that those of us paying off federal student loan debt are dealing with fixed interest rates as high as 6.8%. The road to repayment is manageable, but the weight is oftentimes overwhelming and seems unnecessarily burdensome, considering that all we want is a brighter future. With all of the wealth and prosperity in our nation, shouldn't it be less burdensome for people like me to pay for college? Students and recent graduates like me need a break, but this tax bill that Donald Trump and Republicans forced through Congress is not it. We need to be able to refinance our student loans through the federal government so we can get lower, fair interest rates. We need our state and federal leaders to raise the minimum wage so that we can live off of the wages that we are exhausting ourselves to earn. Officials to actually listen to what we need, not what their donors want. Leaders from our state like Senator Ron Johnson, Speaker Paul Ryan, and Rep. Mike Gallagher keep telling us, they keep telling us that they're trying to help the middle class and working families by letting us keep more of our money. But this tax bill is regressive and will actually hurt middle-class families, working people, and young people. The vast majority of the benefits of this tax scam are reaped by the wealthiest Americans and corporations. If our congressmen truly cared about the fate of the middle class, they would not stand for adding over $1 trillion onto our national debt to please the donor class that's literally thriving off of our struggle. People, they would not place the burden of these tax breaks on our futures. I know that so many of us are tired. We are tired from working minimum wage jobs since we were teenagers. We are tired from going to school full-time and still having to work part-time jobs to take out a little less in student loans. We are so tired from reiterating all the time that all we want is to be compensated fairly for our time and labor. If our generation wants to see progress on issues that we care about, we have to show up for our democracy. We need to boldly and relentlessly demand that our elected officials at all levels of government do better. And if they don't, we will hold them accountable.
Yeah.